It's an interesting thing to think about. Another thing I want to point out, I just want to mention
Please do.
before we get on to something else, is the deep underground bases that are everywhere.
Yeah, the dumbs. Yeah.
The big, deep military bases. When you look at the timeline we're given for the Industrial Revolution, 100, 200 years ago, you look at these deep military underground bases, do you really think that they were built in the last 200 years with this technology that we've got now? Or do you think they were actually already there and that's where they bring the population in? They repopulate the world every 100 years or so. You look back at 1880 when they repopulated the world with children. You can look up orphan trains, look up
this is the fantastic stuff I wanted to get into with you on that Tartaria stuff too.
The foundlings, orphan trains, how they repopulated the world with children. Look at the story of the Pied Piper of Hamelin, how their children were stolen. You can go to Hamelin in Germany, to that village, and they will tell you that story is based on a real event when their children were stolen. And it wasn't just Hamelin, it was all across Europe. Where did they go? In the story of the Pied Piper to Hamelin, the Pied Piper took them underground into a cave. Are the 8 million children that are stolen every year, that go missing every year, are they taken to underground bases? Are these the children they intend to repopulate the world with after the reset that we're about to go through? These are things that people need to consider.
Yeah, wow. Actually, that has entered also, I guess, pop culture as well too. We've seen a bit of that in how we sort of get an inkling of what's really going on, but they put these I guess clues in pop culture for us to sort of see. Ethan, have you ever heard of or seen the games? You may have as well, Max, because I know you don't mind a bit of video games, things like Fallout. Those Fallout games with the vaults underground.
Yep.
Yeah. Like it's very similar to what they're talking about. You're waiting underground for the time to come out, you know what I mean, and to repopulate the world, you know what I mean? Like, it's very telltale sort of stuff of what's probably actually going on. And these things, it may not necessarily be a dumb, for example, but it could also maybe even tie in with that Hollow Earth kind of theory too. Like there's underground below us that there's tunnels and tunnel systems connecting all over the world, and
there is.
Yeah.
There absolutely is. There is tunnel systems underneath everywhere. There's major tunnel systems underneath all of our cities. Even when you look at the tunnel system, the catacombs beneath Paris, where they've got 6 million bones in there. Did you see that? 6 million bodies piled up in the catacombs beneath Paris, all stacked like rolls of parchment in the walls, and femurs and skulls all stacked in the walls. And there's this one section, 3 kilometers long, where there's 6 million bodies in there. And that's just 3 kilometers. Those tunnels go on for at least 30 kilometers, and they're multi-level. And how many bones are actually in there? And there's similar catacombs beneath Lima, beneath Rome. I would suggest there are also catacombs like that beneath Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, and Adelaide. There's a whole tunnel system beneath Adelaide they traffic children through. I've actually played in that tunnel system when I was a kid. It's a major tunnel system beneath the city of Adelaide.
Wow.
Was that built by when they came? Well, we've only been here a couple of 100 years. Why have we got a major tunnel system beneath Adelaide? What's that doing there? When did they build that? What for? Look at the Queen Victoria building in Sydney. They built that in 1820 or something. What, the convicts when they came out here in 1780? 1778, they built the Queen Victoria building, as you do when you're colonising a country with convicts and you're killing all the Aboriginals. You have these convicts that are just incredible stonemasons. They come here, they build a quarry.
Exactly.
And then after they built the quarry, they dug the quarry, they built a brick factory so they can make the bricks to go and build these incredibly intricate European-style Gothic architecture with copper domes and stuff, as you do when you're colonising a country with convicts. Or was that already here?
Yeah, exactly.
Cleaned up the real estate and took over what was already here. Because history is a lie.
It's fascinating.